What's up? What is good? Party people. It is Friday again. I am back with another round of readings for you guys. I'm sorry, my nieces, one was sick here today. One was here sick with me today, and when she woke up from her nap after I did my last reading, she wasn't sick no more. She wasn't throwing up no more. She wasn't throwing up no more. She was bouncing off the walls. They was on top of me. They wanted to do a bunch of videos on my phone. It's full of pictures and videos from these kids climbing all over me. So they gone now, and I'm back to do a reading. I am going to read this fortune cookie in front of y'all. I do read fortune cookies. I don't eat them, but I read the fortunes. So I'm going to do this in front of y'all. My fortune says, the mood is right for a friendly chat to lead to romance. Ew. Look, I ain't lying, y'all. I ain't thirsty. I don't have no problem riding solo dolo with just myself. But that's what the thingy said, y'all. It said the mood is right for a friendly chat to lead to romance. For the first time in 5 years since I separated from my husband, and since I've been divorced for a full, let me see, October 2022. So this year it'll be a full 2 years that I've been divorced. So yes, I am open to mingling. I have not been for the past 5 years. I have not been open to it. But as of lately, I am. So I'll take that fortune. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I did get you guys requests. I do see all of my subscribers' requests. After I read Megan Thee Stallion, listen, you guys, I knew that a lot of my Barb subscribers were going to be up in a frenzy today. I almost didn't even do the Megan Thee Stallion reading for that, but I wanted to do it simply because she came out with a song that was the talk of the town today. So obviously I'm going to read it. But I didn't want to read it as a Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj, because what I don't do on Beyond the Veil is, just because I have the ability to look into these matters and divine these matters, doesn't mean that I want to perpetuate anything, any of the things that's going on. And with my subscribers that are Barbs so riled up, hold on, ew. I just ate a salad, so this is probably some pepper in my mouth. With my Barb subscribers so riled up, I actually didn't want to read Nicki Minaj. I saw a few of you guys ask me to. I didn't want to, because I didn't want this to be a Nicki versus Meg reading situation on my channel. I don't do that here. But I am going to do it simply because Megan seemingly dissed her, because Megan dissed a few people. It wasn't just Nicki Minaj. However, Nicki Minaj, the way that you've been responding, I really wish you could see my videos, so that you could call me, so that I can tell you how to maneuver and not have people looking at you crazy, because the way you responded has people looking at you crazy. And there's a way that you could have responded to this diss towards you, and you could have still maintained your cool. I wanted you to have remained cool, because like, I do feel like you spazzed out, and I get it, because I do see that you see what's going on behind Megan Thee Stallion. You feel like possibly you could feel like you are really fighting Jay-Z, and that's why you're so inflamed. If that is the case, then I don't know. assuming at this point, because I haven't mixed cards yet, but I'm just assuming if that's the case, and even if it's not the case, with your stature in the industry, I tend to think that when you are already sitting above people and you're already the best, there's a certain way that you can respond to shots without making yourself look like you're bothered. There is an art to war. A highly evolved Libra that is ruled by Venus, but is ruled by the more serious side of Venus that people don't tend to acknowledge, that Venus is not all love. There's love and there's war, which is why Taurus and Libra, the more beautified, the more luxurious side of Libra is exalted in Taurus. The warring side, the justice side, is exalted in Libra. So a highly evolved Libra will be able to master the art of love and war. I would like to consider myself a highly evolved Libra. I'm a really good soldier. I'm really good at battles and really good at wars. And I have to thank my parents for that. My Aquarius mother, who has 7 planets in Aquarius, and my Scorpio father. And I have Pluto and Scorpio is my descendant. So my shadow side is scorpionic. It's like the shadow side of a Scorpio. So Nicki Minaj, when you are at war with people and you want to win without losing that much blood publicly, you move in silence. I wish you would have heard her song, recorded your response. It probably would have been great, and left it at that. Not responded via tweets, not responded versus live. Like, I wish you had have responded that way, but you didn't. So I'm going to read you to see what's bothering you. Is it Megan Thee Stallion that's bothering you right now? Is it Jay-Z that's bothering you? I would like to see what energy Nicki Minaj is in, truthfully. So I'm going to reflow the water in my hands because I didn't have enough before. Yes. All right, Spirit. Please allow me to call up the energies of Nicki Minaj. Allow me to speak with the soul and the spirit of Nicki Minaj. And protect me as you do so. Whenever I read Nicki Minaj, I feel the need to be protected as well. I don't know why, but I feel the need to make sure that I'm protected when I read Nicki Minaj. Onika. Onika Tanya Mirage. Onika. Onika Nicki Minaj Tanya Mirage. Onika. Onika Tanya Mirage. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Please, Spirit, allow me to enter the soul. Allow me to conjure up. Allow me to see, speak to the soul of Nicki Minaj. Nicki, Onika, Tanya, Mirage, Minaj. Onika Minaj, Onika Mirage. Onika, Tanya, Nicki Minaj, Mirage. Nicki Minaj, Nicki. I don't know why I've been hearing Good Form. She has a song. And with the good form. I don't know. I don't know the song, but I hear the chorus of Good Form. Back to the back, back to the back, back to the back, back to the back. I also hear another name a rapper who could channel Big Papa and push out Papa Bear Ho, Mother of the Year. Barbie Dangerous. I like that song by Nicki Minaj. Barbie Dangerous. Nicki Minaj. Nicki, I would have to say, because I'm in her energy now, is, I feel like right now she has a scarf on. I feel like right now she has a scarf on. She could be in a studio, or she was. But she is hype. She is hot. She's hype. A little bit of this is anger. A little bit of this is bothered. A little bit of this is, I've been waiting on this shit. I've been waiting on this shit. Because she's been waiting to spaz out. But nobody has provoked her enough to spaz out. Nobody has given her a reason to spaz out on them. Everybody else has been her lightweight. This though is different. This though is different. All right, Nicki Minaj, tell me how you are feeling now. Tell me how you feel about Megan's diss towards you. Tell me how you feel about Megan's diss towards you, and how you're feeling in general about all the things. All the things. Her diss towards you, your husband. Tell me what this means for you. Tell me about why you are spazzing out online the way you are. I saw 4 pages of stats from you on the Neighborhood Talk and on the Shade Room. And Nicki Minaj, you have no reason to have felt the need to do that. Where your stature is, your stats should speak for themselves. Tell me why you feel the need to be so bothered. Nicki Minaj, talk to me if you are bothered. I don't know if you are. Nicki Minaj, I would like to see your current energy. I would like to know how you feel about the shots that were taken to you from Megan the Stallion, Megan the Serpent. And I would like to know how you feel about it. I would like to know how you plan on responding. If you plan on responding, I would like to know the things. And I would like nothing to be hidden from me. This is a safe place. You may speak freely here, but I ask that nothing be hidden from me. All right. Nicki Minaj, Onika Tanya Mirage. This is war. This is Sparta. The girls are fighting. Who's Azalea Banks says that. She said that in one of her videos, one of her online rants or something. I like Azalea Banks too. I like her musically. I do. I think she's a great rapper when she wants to be. When she's in her zone. I think she's a talented bruja too. I don't judge. I'm more of a gray girl. I get my hands dirty when the need be. But I'm not out here just throwing the hexes and things. Because I don't need to. Fuck around and find out the hard way. Anyways, but I think she's talented in doing heavy-handed work. Her shit sticks. Nicki Minaj, the girls are fighting. This is Nicki's energy. She considers this war. Period. I'll come back to that, but I don't want to take too long on this video because I might do another one too. Nicki Minaj feels like this is war. She feels like war was brought to her and she's going to bring it. Challenge, though. The page in reverse. Nicki, your challenge is that you can't get offline. I would like to say your challenge is your online activities. I did hear that Nicki Minaj was put on a timeout on Twitter, TikTok, or something like that from getting into it with fans. I don't know what you've been having going on lately, Miss Mirage, but your online antics are challenging you. They're getting the best of you right now. It would do you some good to log off and do your fighting in the studio and do your fighting with success, because once you reach a certain stature, a certain place in your career and your industry, certain battles shouldn't be fought by you, and they shouldn't be fought the same way everybody else fights battles. You have the resources and the ability to fight in a more covert way. And this is my biggest issue with Nicki Minaj, is that she self-sabotages when she goes online. I want her to practice the Beyonce method of social media, which is not engaging, and leave it in the music, because that is where you win. But when you get on social media and stoop to social media levels, you get caught up in social media things like beefs and Twitter wars and blog wars and, you know, things like that, when really your music is good enough to handle every battle that you fight, especially if it's a music related battle. And what Megan Thee Stallion did for you, what she did to you, is music related. So if I were you, and judging from what's challenging you, get offline, Nicki, and address it only in the music. That would work for you. Getting on social media backfires for you every time. Because the people want to see you bothered. The people want you didn't give Cardi B. You didn't give Cardi B's fans. You didn't give people what they wanted. They wanted to see a female rapper actually shake you up. And because you never allowed any of those other female rappers to shake you up, the people couldn't get that from you. The people are loving. I said in Megan Thee Stallion's reading, the people are going to love the conversation surrounds, your husband. That is where they get you. And you being online and being bothered, I'm telling you, Nicki Minaj, all this is going to do, you being online and responding online, all that's going to do is make people continue hyping Megan Thee Stallion up, because they see that she finally got a rise out of you. So they're going to continue hyping her up so that she can continue going at you. I saw this in Megan's reading. So I'm actually glad I did this. I hope that one of these girls sees my readings and hires me as their reader. I will be on retainer for you for the year, and I'll give you readings every time you need it. And the juju. Nicki girl, get offline. That's what's challenging you. Recent past, there was a song put out. The song caught you off guard, Nicki Minaj. It caught you off guard. The song, the video, all of it caught you off guard. You weren't expecting that from Megan. Near future, Nicki Minaj. Now this was in Megan's hopes and fears position. This is in your near future position, Nicki Minaj. I feel like people are going to continue hyping up Megan Thee Stallion to come for you. Your ops are going to rally her up too. Whoever's in the industry who doesn't like you and hasn't completely cut Megan Thee Stallion off, because they might not like you, but a lot of people don't like her for more serious reasons than why they don't like you. A lot of people don't have personal beefs with Nicki Minaj. Even these female rappers don't have personal beefs with her. Their beefs with her are industry related, business related. However, this is in your near future, Nicki Minaj. And if it were the reverse, I would say you are going to lose a lot of your support online. You're going to get some support, Nicki Minaj. This is in Meg's hopes and fears. And this is in your near future. Could Nicki Minaj and a few others that Megan Thee Stallion dissed be preparing to respond? Imagine Nicki Minaj, Partisan Fontaine, and Drake getting on the track together, and then having Tory Lanez phone in his verse. Just imagine that. I'm going to definitely clarify this, because since it was in both ladies' readings, I definitely want to see what that is. As above, Nicki Minaj feels like this is industry related. She feels like Megan did this because somebody, the people advising her, put her up to this. And she knows that people are going to and always do come for her marriage. I wonder how Nicki Minaj's marriage is actually doing in the first place. I'm curious about that. Nicki Minaj feels like if it weren't for the people behind Megan Thee Stallion wouldn't have put that song out. I kind of agree with that, because whenever I read Megan, and just when I read her earlier, I get the energy of a girl who has been so beat down by the negative response and the negative situations that she just went through with 1501, with Tory Lanez and her various court cases. I get a girl that's tired and doesn't want to bring more drama her way, doesn't want to open up a can of worms again by people responding to her with things that she'd rather leave in the past. However, like I said in my reading, she's got to get out there and make that money back for Jay-Z and Roc Nation and all the people who were invested into getting her out of her previous label situations, financial situations, and legal situations. She has to pay that back. There are no favors in the industry. Nicki Minaj, I kind of get the impression that you will get offline and take it to the booth. Nicki Minaj is going to turn things back around. More than likely, she's going to respond in her own way. And whatever she responds with, I don't believe that it would be easy for Megan to come back from it. This is one of my subscribers said this is going to be a good rap battle. It probably will. When Nicki Minaj does respond, whoever likes Nicki Minaj is going to love her response. She's working on it now. I don't know if it's complete now, if it's being completed, but whatever she's going to respond with, however she's going to respond to this, her fans are going to love it, and a lot of people probably would, because it's the Wheel of Fortune. So I get it might turn things around in her favor. Here's another card that was in Megan's external energy, but it was in reverse. However, this is in Nicki's external energy upright. Imagine Nicki Minaj getting in contact with Tory Lanez. Te amo leaves. Te amo leaves. My new subscriber. Hi, boo. You just commented while I'm recording this video. I guess on one of my maybe you probably, I'm guessing you are probably commenting on my Megan Thee Stallion reading. If not, I just want to let you know that I acknowledge you, because you're commenting as I'm doing this video. Te amo, te amo. Welcome beyond the veil. I guess every time I get a new subscriber, I'm going to give y'all a little titty shake. To my new subscribers, and since you seem Hispanic, just imagine these are maracas. Welcome, te amo. This is in both Megan's and Nicki's external energy. Reverse for Megan, upright for Nicki. Imagine if Nicki got on the phone with Partisan, with Tory, with Kelsey, DaBaby, Blueface, or whomever, and then just start talking about all of your scandalous deeds, Megan Thee Stallion, so that she can collect her own tea. Because she probably feels like, you can take shots. The only thing y'all can say to me is my husband. But the things that I say about you girls are going to be about you girls. That's the energy I get. Hopes and fears for Nicki Minaj. I think that Nicki hopes that when she responds, it goes well. Whatever her plans are to respond, I think she hopes that it's well received. Because it's tricky with Megan Thee Stallion, because she has Jay-Z behind her, and she has the benefit of sympathy. I mean, Megan has the benefit of sympathy. This is a different kind of sympathy from Cardi B, because Megan Thee Stallion was shot, allegedly. And even though there's a lot of people who don't believe it, it went down the way it did because of her connections with Jay-Z and the efforts they put into making her situation go the way they needed it to. She has that benefit. Nicki's hoping that when she responds, it works in her favor. Nicki's outcome is, now, I would say that this is Jay-Z because it is a fire sign and it's in reverse. But and Jay-Z is a Sagittarius, but Nicki's husband is also an Aries. I don't know if the outcome for Nicki Minaj is more conversation around her husband in some way, or I don't know if Nicki Minaj is going to directly call out Jay-Z. We'll see. Let me start clarifying some of this stuff so that I can. Now here's Jay-Z. Here's Jay-Z on the bottom of the deck. I wonder if Megan Thee Stallion has ghostwriters and if Nicki Minaj knows about it. Now see, if Nicki talks to Partisan Fontaine and he decides to give Nicki Minaj all the tea because it looked worse for him coming out. Because you know how women like to say men are sassy for responding or fighting with women, although I don't agree with that. I feel like keep your hands and your mouth to yourself, because you cannot tell people how to respond, man or woman. I don't see anything wrong with men defending themselves, especially in rap. If you're a rapper, you're a rapper. You're a rapper. I wouldn't be surprised if Partisan Fontaine starts spilling Megan Thee Stallion's tea to Nicki Minaj so that Nicki can come out shooting. And Partisan doesn't have to deal with people overlooking him because he's a man attacking Megan Thee Stallion. Let a woman do it. I wouldn't be surprised. Nicki Minaj, this Five of Wands is in your present energy. Dogs howling at the moon. They were calling for you, Nicki Minaj. People were howling for you. And a little bit, you were howling for them to come out too. Nobody took the bait but Megan. I still feel like Nicki Minaj feels like this is behind the scenes a bad relationship, a bad breakup between her, Jay-Z, and somebody else. This Three of Swords makes me feel like Jay-Z, because in my mind, Megan Thee Stallion to Nicki Minaj is a non-factor. She had a beef with Jay-Z. If we never hear from Nicki Minaj why she feels like Jay-Z is trying to take her down, I promise you, allegedly, it will go back to Monster days. I promise you, Rick Ross didn't care about getting sunned by a woman on Monster. Kanye West did. Absolutely, Jay-Z did. Because he did a song with a woman and everybody remembers that song for Nicki Minaj. And Jay-Z don't like that. Jay-Z don't like to be outshined by other men, let alone a female rapper who is now considered one of the top 5 greatest in a list with him and other men. I don't think Jay-Z likes that. And I think that that may be where their beef originated from. No way he can have a woman challenging his title as greatest rapper of all time, especially another woman from New York. Maybe Nicki Minaj could have been vetted to sign for Jay-Z to sign her. And she absolutely wasn't going to do that because she considers herself a peer of Jay-Z. Again, here's his ego. Nicki Minaj, I think, turned Jay-Z down. Or we're talking about the Tory Lanez situation. Because one of my subscribers filled me in and told me that Jay-Z wanted Tory Lanez to be signed to him. Tory turned him down. No, we're talking about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj either turned down Jay-Z or out-rapped him in a song. Because anytime I read Nicki Minaj when it comes to other girls, she's always the empress, the queen of rap. I have asked in the past if Cardi B was going to be able to dethrone Nicki Minaj. I did not get that. I got Nicki Minaj, when it came to Cardi B, will remain the queen of rap. So I already knew that Cardi B wasn't going to be able to do the job. This is Nicki Minaj. This would be Jay-Z in reverse with his ego. I think that it has something to do with their business dealings. Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z's business dealings. Either he wanted her to sign with him when there was a bidding war for her in her early days, or when she did a song with him and out-rapped him. And she partnered with him in Tidal. It could have something to do with Tidal too. Their business dealings. Again, whatever their beef is, it's business related. There was also a situation that somebody felt snubbed on. I don't know if this is signing Megan Thee Stallion to try to take her out. I think that may have caught Nicki Minaj off guard. I think that whatever she and Jay-Z had going on, she probably felt like it was just competitive banter, friendly competition, until Jay-Z went and poached Megan Thee Stallion. I think that's when Nicki Minaj realized officially that Jay-Z was a real op, possibly. But I'm getting Jay-Z's energy again. I got it in Megan Thee Stallion's reading. I'm getting it again in Nicki Minaj's reading. Let me look into your challenging position, because I feel like that's your online antics. Why is the Page of Swords challenging you, Nicki Minaj, in reverse? Again, I do think that this is a post that she made, or posts that she's making, that is not turning out good for you, Nicki Minaj. Now, here's children. The more you fight online, the more you are going to fuel the fire. The people like to see you worked up. They like to see you feeling a way about the shots that Megan took towards your husband. Because again, Megan said nothing about you. She said nothing about you as a rapper. She said nothing about you as a person. And truthfully, they can't. All of Megan Thee Stallion's ops were fans of her at some point. They got to hit you with your husband. The challenge for you is that the more is the online, is stuff that people are saying online, like the Megan's Law, them talking about your husband. That's what gets you riled up, because the girls can't come for you any other way, and that makes you spaz out. I want you to stop, Nicki, because you are too successful to be spazzing out like this because of Megan's song. It's only going to drive you back into drama. Let me look into the Ace of Cups in her recent past, because that's that song and video. Okay. I guess they knew Megan was working on something, but they didn't know that it was going to be a diss. Didn't know that it was going to be a diss. Why is Beyonce in this? Here's B&J again. So I assume this is Rock Nation, but this is Beyonce and Jay-Z. And here's Beyonce. Maybe Nicki Minaj knew that Megan was working on a project with Beyonce, but she didn't know that it was a diss. I think she thought that she was working on a song with Beyonce, a project with Beyonce, but she didn't know that she was getting ready to diss her. She didn't know that she was getting ready to put out a diss song. Beyonce is caught between a rock and a hard place. She likes Nicki Minaj. Beyonce is a fan of Nicki Minaj. However, she can't publicly ride with Nicki Minaj because publicly she has to still support Megan Thee Stallion. She's looking at it like, to be honest, you guys, Nicki Minaj is less, even if she fires back at Megan Thee Stallion, she is looking at Jay-Z. Even she is looking at all the money that they had to spend to get Megan out of her legal issues. So she knew she had to put out that song in order to make them their money back. I'm reading this and Nicki, oh, you know, it just fell out. When Nicki Minaj responds, get ready to hear a whole lot of stuff about Megan Thee Stallion's legal situations. Didn't one of the reporters that was reporting on Megan Thee Stallion's case also just come out and like or retweet or something about Megan's lyrics? That was to piss Nicki Minaj off too. Interesting, because in the song she dissed a few people, and if that reporter was really just standing for Megan, wouldn't she have retweeted one of the bars that she sent out about Tory Lanez? Why would that reporter who reported on Megan Thee Stallion's case with Tory Lanez retweet her bar taunting Nicki Minaj? Interesting. Near future. 3 of Cups for you, Nicki. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. I hear a collaboration coming. I hear a collaboration coming. Is this Drake? Drake? Is this Drake? Because he's a Scorpio. I don't know if that's Drake or not. I'm just saying, is this Drake? I see a collaboration coming. And it's going to be filled with all the tea. All the tea. Drake has tea. He was very close with Tory Lanez. And I, to myself, one day, I didn't post this on my channel, but I did do a reading to see how Drake felt about Megan Thee Stallion. He didn't like her. He didn't like her because of the situation with Tory Lanez. Because he too knows the no. I see a collaboration coming. Nicki's going to work together, whether they collaborate on a song or whether they're in the studio, comparing notes, comparing tea, so that one person can come out and spill it in a song, or all of them. I see a collaboration coming. Who's a Leo? What's partisan sign? And I don't know if this song will be about Megan or if it'll be about Jay-Z or if it'll just be, I don't know. I see a song coming up. I see a collaboration in Nicki Minaj's near future. 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Again, I don't know if they're going to hop on a song together, like No Fraud with Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne when they responded to Remy Ma, or if they're going to just help each other. Compare notes, compare tea. I see a collaboration of some sort. Wheel of Fortune is your advice, Nicki. You getting ready to turn this thing around in your favor, huh? You getting ready to come out with your own bazooka. What you got, Nicki? Nicki is in the studio as we speak. pulling all night flights, paying real close attention to what she says. This will be a great song that Nicki puts out. It'll be great because she's doing the research so that her bars are correct, her metaphors, her punchlines, her tea. Nicki is searching for tea. She's going to get it. Nicki is making her way throughout the industry streets, getting all the information that they tried to bury. She's going to get all the tea on Megan Thee Stallion that people were trying to keep because they didn't want to start no mess. Nicki is currently working on her response. That's what she's doing. The devil in her external energy. I wonder if she's talking to Tory Lanez, somebody who's behind bars, behind swords, but still is able to be in the know of what's going on. Tory Lanez still tweeting. He's still making music, releasing music. I wonder if Nicki Minaj is on the phone with Tory Lanez right now. I think Nicki Minaj is having conversations with Tory Lanez or someone that was involved in the Tory Lanez situation, or someone that was involved in the Tory Lanez situation is attempting to bait Nicki Minaj. Could be a little bit of both. I feel like Nicki Minaj is speaking with Tory Lanez, though, or someone that is in touch with him. I think that somebody may have tried to put out a song or may have tried to speak the truth about what they did or what they didn't do in that situation with Megan a long time ago. But they weren't heard. They weren't believed. People still felt like they did it. This person could feel like Nicki Minaj is the right one to bring to light what they tried to say but couldn't. I feel Tory Lanez energy all over this devil. Hopes and fears, Nicki. She hopes that she doesn't lose fans. She hopes that she doesn't lose people's love for her. Again, she's concerned about responding online. She's also concerned about spazzing out online. She's concerned that she's lost the love of people that she's been riding high on since her album release. She doesn't like the way people are responding to her response, how people are saying she's shook, how people are saying she's spazzing out. And she's concerned that when she does speak, people are going to continue to just say that Nicki's mad, she's spazzing, Meg has her shook, when in reality, in Nicki's mind, she feels like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I'm just hyped because finally somebody's got me hyped. Mad. She is mad. I ain't gonna lie and say Nicki Minaj ain't mad because she feels like this is Jay-Z. And she feels like, Megan, how dare you? How dare you? You and your hoofs, how dare you? That's how Nicki Minaj feels. I had to say that because it was funny in my spirit when I heard it. You and your hoofs, how dare you? She doesn't want to lose the love of people when she speaks out and spazzes out. Because she's going to have to talk about things that people don't necessarily want to believe about Megan Thee Stallion. You know what? Nicki Minaj is concerned because Jay-Z is behind this effort to take her down. There's a concern for Nicki here. Jay-Z, like I said in Megan's reading, Jay-Z is different. Then all the other labels trying to take her down. They were white. They didn't know the sauce. Jay-Z knows the sauce. Outcome, King of Wands in reverse. Her marriage is her husband. Either her husband or title. I don't know if she's going to talk about money that she lost with title. Because there's something, some kind of poverty something here. No, for some reason, who wanted to sign? Sabotage, Jay-Z. Paid to put out her song. See, Megan Thee Stallion didn't pay to put out her music. Jay-Z is paying for this stuff. Rock Nation is paying for this. I don't care what anybody says. She didn't have no choice. I see a situation here where I don't know if this is Nicki Minaj or Tory Lanez. Like I said, somebody told me that Jay-Z wanted to sign Tory and he turned him down. It could have gone that way for Nicki Minaj too. He could have wanted to sign her too under Rock Nation. She turned him down. Again, clear as day. Behind Megan Thee Stallion not wanting to put this song out is Jay-Z, BJ, Jay-Z, saying put that motherfucking song out. Until you make us back our money, you're going to continue doing what we say. You're going to continue releasing what I tell you to, doing what we tell you to. Nicki, give me one more card for this King of Wands in reverse and your final outcome. Let me get all the cards together so I could just focus on that one. Because you have Jay-Z as a fire sign and your husband as a fire sign, both of them could be in reverse because they're both not upstanding citizens, as we would like to think. But who is this King of Wands in reverse? Nicki's a fire sign, Jay-Z's a fire sign, her husband's a fire sign. This could be any motherfucking body. I don't believe that Nicki's husband would be in her final outcome. She will not allow the attention to be on her husband. She will divert the conversation back to where she wants it, and that's on Jay-Z. I wanted to see the Emperor in reverse for that for Jay-Z, but that may not necessarily be the way she sees him when she decides to go back at him. And I say she's going to shoot back at Jay-Z because even if she fires shots at Megan Thee Stallion, they're going to be for Jay-Z. Jay-Z's on the bottom. King of Wands in reverse and Nicki Minaj's final outcome. Ace of Wands reverse. This has to do with Megan's song because it was upright in reverse in Megan's near future. Here's a collaboration card again. I wonder if Jay-Z could possibly, here on the bottom of the deck, Jay-Z. I wonder if Nicki Minaj might decide to be more direct in her beef with Jay-Z. I wonder. I wonder if she will talk about why Jay-Z would be putting people up against her. I believe I see Drake getting on a song with Nicki Minaj. I don't know who this King of Cups is. Drake is a Scorpio, so I'm only saying that because Drake and Nicki were both called out in that song. They're both label mates, and Drake is a water sign. However, that doesn't have to be Drake. That collaboration card is out there. Drake also, I believe, would have his own beef with Jay-Z because Jay-Z and Drake are competition. Jay-Z don't like any of his competition. This is war. I don't know if something happened between Drake and Jay-Z on a tour, at a concert, or if this has to do with Tory Lanez. Because Drake would know that Jay-Z was behind that. And if he doesn't like Megan, he wouldn't like Jay-Z for the same reasons. I believe that Drake doesn't like Jay-Z because Jay-Z told Tory Lanez and all involved parties that he and his team would help them get out of it if they didn't say anything and if they went along with the plan. And then he went behind Tory Lanez's back and set him up by way of Megan and Kelsey and everybody else involved. That is the real beef between Jay-Z and his crew, Nicki, Drake, and their crew. There's a divide in those teams and those crews because of that Tory Lanez situation. He was expecting, I see Tory Lanez was expecting a different outcome, which is why it seemed like he was going along with things at first. It's nasty work. I see not able to put out music until they left the label. So if I'm reading this King of Wands reverse, I believe it's Jay-Z. Because I see that with this Ace of Wands in reverse, Megan couldn't put these songs out before until she got out of whatever label situation she was in and left rehab, allegedly, and whatever other places she was in, doctors, getting her full makeover. She had to wait until she finished getting her new makeover, her new and improved glow up by way of J&B. Rituals, new team, new weight, new body, new sound, new everything, new energy. They gave her the works. She didn't put this song out before, or wouldn't have unless it was okay by Jay-Z. I think that's what I'm seeing. Certain people in the industry are like made men, and you can't go after made men in the mob unless you get approval from the mob. Going against Nicki Minaj for Megan Thee Stallion, that would have only been okayed by Jay-Z, just like Cardi B only okays it because of, it's only okay because of the people who created her. Lotto was kind of on her own with her Nicki Minaj beef. Her label was going to let her see what it do, and if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, that shit on you. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up because I think that Nicki Minaj's target is going to be Jay-Z, even if she responds to Megan Thee Stallion. And I do see a little bit of caution on Nicki Minaj's part because she knows that her op right now is Jay-Z. Who is broke? Somebody is broke. 5 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles reverse. Who is Baroque? This ain't Nicki Minaj. No, this is a case. Now, I don't know if this is her husband's case right here, his sexual case, or if this is the Tory Lanez case. Somebody is broke. I feel like that's Megan Thee Stallion. Nicki Minaj knows that there's no way that Megan is behind this song and video. I think Nicki Minaj knows now that Jay-Z just fired the first shot publicly by way of Megan, because based on the cards that I just saw, somebody is broke. This is Baroque. This is poor. I said in Megan's reading, she's been in debt her entire career. So Nicki Minaj knows that Megan is not funding anything on her own. Nothing. Between legal, who's going to pay back her legal fees? Not just for the Tory Lanez situation, but the 1501 situations. How can she have money to fund music with her legal fees alone? Let's just start there. Nicki Minaj, your beef is with Jay-Z. Don't be surprised if we hear more chatter about Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z as it relates to Megan Thee Stallion. And on that, I'm just going to leave it on that. You guys enjoy.